In last stranger, we have seen that governor called in Elsfield Hospital to inquire about McClary, but they said we sent the ambulance, but that fellow had gone, and we don't have any trace or any sign of that person. He disappeared. But the governor was no longer listening, and the truth seemed to hit him with an almost physical impact somewhere in the back of his neck. And the governor was not listening because he was shocked. He was shocked to listen this news that there was no one in the ambulance, and there was something hit on the back of his neck. A quarter of an hour later, they found Reverend S. McClary securely bound and gagged in his study in Broad Street. So after that, they found that McClary was inside his home, and somebody has tied him, and his mouth was also blocked in his home where he lived in Broad Street. He had been there, he said, since 8:15 a.m. when two men had called. And so McClary said from 8:15 a.m. he was there when two men came, and then he told all the story. 8:15 a.m. means before coming to the prison to invigilate for Evans, somebody would have come and tied him there, and that person who came as a McClary in that jail or in the prison, that was not McClary. Inquiries in Newbury throughout the afternoon produced nothing. So till afternoon they did not get anything after inquiry, nothing at all. And by tea time everyone in the prison knew what had happened. But till tea time everybody got what would have happened and what is the story and mystery all about. It had not been Evans impersonating McClary who had walked out. It had been Evans impersonating McClary who had stayed in. So the person who was appearing like McClary in the jail, who walked out, that was not Evans. The person who has gone out as McClary, that was not Evans, but it had been Evans impersonating McClary who had stayed in. But the person who was inside the jail, that was Evans. So everybody must be thinking till now that the person who has walked out with Stephens out of the gate, that was Evans. But that person was not Evans. The person who was inside, whose head was bleeding, that person was Evans. The fish and the chips were delicious, and after a gentle stroll round the center of Chipping Norton, Evans decided to return to the hotel and have an early night. So now this is the story of Evans. He was in the hotel and he returned to the hotel and he wanted to go inside and sleep. A smart knew that concealed the wreckage of his closely cropped hair, and he kept it on as he walked up the reception desk of the Golden Lion. It would take a good while for his hair to regain its former glory. So here his hair were there, they were cropped like in different style, and they were not in good shape. So he said it will take time to regain his former glories. The hair to become normal, it will take time. But what the hell did that matter? He was out again, wasn't he? Now he was feeling happy that it doesn't matter anything because he was again out from the prison, and he was happy for that. A bit of bad luck that when Jackson had pinched his scissors, for it had meant a long and tricky operation with his only razor blade the previous night. So he said the only thing which was not good, it was that that officers, they have taken his scissors with him because and razor, because he must have made so many plans with them. But he had his good luck too. Just think, if Jackson had made him take his bobble hat off you. So he was thinking, thank God Jackson has not taken my hat. Then what would happen if he would have taken? That really had been a close call. Close call means it was very close, narrow escape. Still, old Jackson wasn't such a bad fellow, but he was saying still that person was not so bad. Who? Jackson. Who was Jackson? Jackson was the officer. One of the worst thing, funny really, had been the beard. He had always been allergic to sticking plaster, and the funny thing which was there, it was beard, because he has to stick it on his face, and even now his chin was irritatingly sore and red, and because of pasting that beard, his chin was still paining, and it was sore and it was red. The receptionist wasn't the same girl who had booked him in, but the change was definitely for the better. So when he came to hotel back he saw that the receptionist was somebody else. That same girl was not there, and he thought that maybe it would be definitely for better. As he collected his key, he gave her his best smile, told her he would not be bothering with breakfast, ordered the Daily Express, and asked for an early morning call at 6:45 a.m. So he took the key, went to the room, and told her about he needs a Daily Express, and asked her for early morning call at 6:45 am. Tomorrow was going to be another busy day, and he said tomorrow will be a busy day. So he told all the things to reception. He whistled softly to himself as he walked up the broad stair. So he was walking and whistling. He had sort of liked the idea of being dressed up as a minister, dog collar and everything. And he said he liked the idea of dressing up like that parson with a dog collar and all. Yes, it had been a jolly good idea for McClary to wear two black fronts, two collars, but that top collar. So it was a nice idea to wear two black fronts and two collars, and the top collar was the few. It had kept on sleeping off the back stud, and he said that coat was sleeping for back stud. Stud means button. It was sleeping, and there had been that one panicky moment when McClary had only just got his hand up to his neck in time to stop the collar springing apart before Stephen. And so many times it happened that his collar was coming out in front of Stephen, but thank God he was able to manage it. They had got that little problem worked out all right, though a pen stuck in the mouth whenever the evil eye had appeared at the peephole. He said whenever the evil eye, who is evil eye? The Stephen, whenever he was looking inside, his pen is stuck in the mouth. Easy, but all the fiddling about under the blanket. Fiddling means the wasting time under the blanket with the black front and the stud at the back of the collar, that had been far more difficult than they had ever bargained for. He said that was more difficult, being inside the blanket with that collar and all. Everything else had gone beautifully smoothly though. So everything else went beautifully smoothly. It was very easy for him. In the car, he had found everything they had promised him. So are you getting? The person who has gone out from the prison, that was Evans, and he went inside the car. Inside the car, he had everything. He had soap and water, clothes, the map. Yes, the map, of course, map of that place, and the Ordnance Survey map of Oxfordshire. He had got some good friends, some very clever friends. Christ, so he had so good friends, those who arranged all the things. He had soap and water, he had clothes, he had map, and he had everything. He had very good friends, those who must have arranged it. He unlocked his bedroom door and closed it quietly behind him, and then stood frozen to the spot. So he went inside the room and closed the door inside, and then stood frozen to the spot, and he was just shocked, like a man who has just caught a glimpse of the Gorgon. Means he was so much shocked, like it was looking like he has seen some Gorgon. Gorgon is actually a witch. You must have seen in TV or some pictures and all, witch with the snake hair. So it was like he was shocked like that he has seen the Gorgon. Sitting on the narrow bed was the very last man in the world that he once had expected or wanted to see. So the person who was there, he once did not want to see him, and he never expected and wanted to see him. It's not worth trying anything, said the governor quietly. Who was there? Governor was there inside his room. As Ivan's eyes darted desperately around the room, and eyes were moving here and there, he was looking. I have got men all around the place. He said, don't look like this. I have so many people around. Well, there were only two really, but Evans need not know that. There were only two, but the governor said, I have so many people around, you cannot go anywhere now, because he was looking for he was moving his eye around to go from there. He let the words sink in. Women too. Did not you think the blonde girl in the reception was rather sweet? He said, women too. Not only men, I have women also. And he was talking about the girl, the blonde girl. Blonde means the girl who has golden hair, that in the reception. She is very sweet. Evans was visibly shaken. Now he was shocked, because he never expected that he will go inside the room and who will be there? Governor will be there. He sat down slowly in the only chair the small room could offer. He held his head between his hands. He sat down there, having had his head between his hands. For several minutes there was utter silence, and for several minutes there was utter complete silence. Nobody spoke. Finally he spoke. It was that bloody correction slip, I suppose. Well, the governor failed to mask the deep satisfaction in his voice. There are few people who know a little German. He said everything was written in that correction slip. And governor said yes, few people they know German also. Slowly, very slowly, Evans relaxed. He was beaten and he knew it. He sat up at last and managed to smile ruefully. After that also, he very hardly, he smiled. You know, it wasn't really a mistake. You see, we hadn't been able to fix up any hotel, but we could have worked that some other way. No, the really important thing was for the phone to ring just before the exam finished. So he told him that we could have come to the hotel, but see what happened that day. The important thing was that call which came before the exam ended to get everyone out of the way for a couple of minutes. So we had to know exactly when the exam started, didn't we? So, and like a fool, I presented you with the little piece of information on a plate. And governor said, like a fool, I gave you that little piece of information, the correction slip which was sent by the exam department. Actually, he was telling that everything was there in that slip. When the call came and they said the correction slip is there, so when the Evans got the slip, he had everything written there, and that was the most important thing which happened.